I have friends, yes, I do, and I'm not just stuck here in this video with four corners wondering what's going on. You know, talking to you, you might see me as a friend. However, my friend Jonas Saraf has been a star in The Secret and he knows all about the law of attraction. We've had these discussions with regard to how it works, and we're going to discuss it right now in this particular video. John has one thing I'm going to let you into later on that he says people need to do and understand about the law of attraction. Now, the interesting thing about the law of attraction is the scientific community in general looks at the law of attraction and say, well, it can be seen as a pseudoscience. It can be seen as there's no empirical evidence to support a lot of its findings. However, a lot of people in the world will say the opposite. They'll say they have achieved and they have dreamt and they have felt because of the law of attraction. Sometimes when you have music playing, such as a piano, and if you had a chandelier in the room, a lovely, perhaps great manor of a place, concert hall, you can just watch that chandelier and it's slightly vibrating. That is a frequency that is within the law of attraction's theory, insofar as there is a very low but very steady frequency there, and that if we get on that frequency as people, we're going to attract what we think. Simple as that, right? So if we are thinking and consumed, not obsessed, but consumed by a thought pattern of, say, for example, something you really want to happen for you or for others, then you can attract that into your life. The word manifest is a big and most popular word in the last few years as well, since the Secret documentary came out. It was around 2005. And people think that they can just manifest things, like almost like sorcery, bring it towards them, like attracting like can happen the way where you attract people. For example, if you kind of want a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a partner of sorts, you might like actually think of a type of person. You can see the image in your mind of their face or of their physical makeup, and therefore when you see them again or see the person that matches that physical imagery, well, then you can attract them. So this is the premise of what's going on. But then with regard to things happening, like financial things and things in work, again, you think of the thing and it comes like that on your doorstep, like an Amazon package. It just lands on your doorstep, but there's something else in between. The other kind of theory or underlying background with this law of attraction is that the visualization that occurs is truly important. Like proponents of the law of attraction, they often emphasize that visualization and the visualization of your goals, most especially, and desires and your true inner needs and requirements. If you visualize, and like a great sculpture and also an artist, if you can draw them out in your mind, firstly with a blank sheet in your mind, so that they can attract people into their lives, events to happen, then the frequency of things, that it's at a lower frequency. It's like the chandelier is like shuddering a little bit, but consistently the music is being played by the piano, maybe in a grand hall or whatever. That's where gratitude is on that frequency. You would think theoretically that if I'm gracious, if I'm happy that this person has given me something very basic, somebody has knocked on my door and said, hey, just said I'd call around to say hello and how are you, that if you're very gracious for all of those things happening, those small little things that we often take for granted, then you're opening the frequency for this law of attraction to come towards you. That things are so far off, all your dreams and hopes and aspirations are way off, way off. But if you unlock the lock with your key by using gratitude, by sincerely feeling that volume of graciousness towards somebody calling around just to take time out of their day, their life, to say hello, how are you, or even somebody stopping you on the street, simple things like that, that you feel a groundswell of appreciation and gratitude, that is a frequency to be in. That is the majority of your time, this waking life, that you actually feel that graciousness, even from like a year, 5 years ago, where somebody called around, and you think of it now and then, and you can click in. Like if nobody's calling around to you right now, you can use what has happened in the past where you felt really gracious towards somebody for doing something that perhaps seemed simple to them, maybe a minute out of their day to stop you on the street and say hello and be nice and maybe compliment a nice set of earrings you got or clothing that you've purchased or whatever else. But for you, it was absolutely monumental because somebody had insulted you about the earrings or the clothing or whatever else. And so it really turned the corner for your confidence, and other things started happening. And that's the thing about the law of attraction, that once you get into the flow of this, then things like obstacles start disappearing, whereas before there was obstacles everywhere, no matter what aspect of life, your health, your job, your money, your career, relationships, and so on. They were all stumbling blocks. There was like barriers everywhere. Whereas if you get into the frequency of this law of attraction and you're using all of the things that we've spoken about so far, well, then what's going to happen is it's floodgates. Things will just start flowing. All good things will happen. It's just a matter of continuing to think, visualize, and use the affirmations and so on. And also by letting go of negative beliefs more so, and just trusting the process. This is the whole background to the law of attraction, the frequency that you can get on. But the last thing I will say is what my friend John Saraf always says and told me, and we discussed this. None of this is any good. The great affirmations, the visualizations, the thinking, the manifestation, none of it's any good. And this is what scientists will say. None of it is any good. None of this is any good without one thing. That thing is action. You must take action. People have got into a funk thinking that if I think it, if I close my eyes, if I visualize, if I tell myself it's going to happen, then suddenly, like an Amazon delivery person, there's going to be a knock on the door. All my dreams come true. No, it doesn't work like that. You must take action, and it might take years for things to happen. However, similar to the Amazon delivery person, when you make that order, you click that button on your gadget, whatever else to order. Once you click, that's taking action. That means the message has been sent to the Amazon warehouse, to the dropshippers, whatever else, that purchase has been made, the person has committed to it, they've given the money. All right? And so it might take time for the package to come, but it will come. So there's little actions along the way. You have to just continue to want it. Continue to want whatever you want in life, and it will come to you. So that's the active part of it that's so important. Thank you to John Saraf for that fantastic piece of knowledge. So thank you for being active today and watching this video. I hope it has helped learn about how the law of attraction works theoretically. And so until next time, please subscribe. That's an action. It's just another click. Otherwise, it's okay. I'm okay with it because we can chat again. A message, comment, whatever else, and we can produce more just like this. So have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.